Hello, everybody. Live here in Roswell, Georgia, and I say live in Roswell, Georgia, because although it seems like that never changes, we do other filmings in different locations, especially when we're live on the spot. Now, I am currently covering up the computer with an umbrella, and that is because there's been some rain falling out here. Finally, these bands been sitting out there all day, and they finally have gotten to us. So if you look out here right now, with the HD camera on this thing, you can probably tell I don't see anything blue. It's just thick white clouds for as far as the eye can see. So now I'm going to go over to my next couple of slides here, and let's talk about the model track for a moment. Model track is quite strange right now and is taking it up and over completely the state of Alabama and into the state of Georgia. So basically what we're thinking about here is it's either going to go across the top of Georgia or it's going to go up just past Georgia, the center of circulation. This isn't to say that we will not be hit by it. Just the center of circulation will go past Georgia, up into Tennessee and Kentucky. That's the current model that they're indicating, but that's been changing all day long. Let's go over to our radar. And what I'm seeing right now is rain approaching from over there. That would be my south. Rain to the south and west, coming up to the north and east, and should be here any moment. I have been feeling some raindrops every now and then. A very large plane just went by. My umbrella is running away from me. The wind out here has been getting stronger as I've been standing out here, and this is because the first system of the frontal boundary is beginning to push through. Let's talk about our current weather. It's mostly cloudy. I would definitely say it's completely cloudy out here. 82 degrees. We didn't even get to 85 as my website says. Right now, no precip currently, but south-southeast winds at 7 miles per hour, and that's expected to get faster between 5 and 10, and gusts even larger than that. Low this evening, falling to around 73 degrees. I'm sorry, 67 this evening, falling to 73 around 8 o'clock. There is a 100% chance of rain this evening, and that's probably good. If you take a look at it, pretty much any radar of the United States, you will see that there is rain heading towards Georgia. Winds this evening again, standing winds at 7 miles per hour east southeast. Rainfall this evening, we could see it up in the range of about 2 inches of rain. Now, as we know, streets and rivers in Georgia do not like 2 inches of rain, and luckily, the dry weather that we have been having is going to come in handy here with the flooding. Now, all of my viewing area in the United States, I'm sorry, in the state of Georgia, except for a couple of people in the southern part of Georgia, are under flash flood watches. I'm sorry, and those are going to stay there probably till around Tuesday, Wednesday, and even to Thursday as the rain continues to progress. Because according to the National Weather Service, we will be seeing the effects from Lee in northern and central Georgia from Sunday today, Sunday evening through Thursday. And if you have any plans here in Georgia over the next couple of days, you should definitely consider maybe postponing those plans as rain and wind could get bad. Now, there's going to be some breaks, so if it's hard to predict when these breaks will be, but if your event takes place in one of those breaks, then go ahead and have it. But the ground probably will be soaked. Let's take a look from the impacts of Lee. Around just right above Macon and below from there, the Columbus to Macon line, you're going to see about 1 to 3 inches of rain. North of that line up to the Atlanta metro area is 3 to 5 inches. And here in Roswell, 5 to 7 inches of rain. Now that'll easily push our creeks, rivers, banks over the edge and causing localized flooding very quickly. Now let's go ahead and look at our hazards over the next couple of days. And as I talked about last night, with a tropical storm or hurricane, you got this rotating movement. And what also has those rotating movements? And that's a rhetorical question. Obviously, it's tornadoes have those same movements. So we're looking at the threat of uh, um, heavy rainfall and isolated thunderstorms, and with those isolated thunderstorms comes a chance of tornadoes. Obviously, no one wants these isolated tornadoes. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to get a little bit closer. I can't read this writing here. Yes, isolated tornadoes possible through Sunday night, tonight, through Tuesday. I'm sorry, and it's just scary, especially at night when these storms come along. And I've been seeing base winds moving back and forth and rotating around each other already, and the storm isn't even here. We've been given about a 50 to 60% chance of a tornado, isolated tornado, over the next couple of days. Tonight, looking at the 70% chance of rain, that's been debated upon. 70% to 100% chance of rain this evening, with tonight 100% chance, and then Monday looking at another 100% chance of rain. Let's quickly go over our 10-day forecast. I know I went over this yesterday, but things change quite quickly, especially when you're talking about these types of storms and talking about the possibility of it being here all the way through Thursday. Sorry, the screen's loading. Internet connection outside is a little bit slower than inside. So over the next couple of days, we'll be seeing these rains. So rain tonight, heavy rain tomorrow, thunderstorms tomorrow night, few showers tomorrow. Few showers for Wednesday. Our low is getting down to 72 degrees on Wednesday. Lovely, dropping down for our lows in the 50s, and for the rest of the week, it's not going to leave the lower 80s. Now that, for me, is just wonderful. I hope I just clicked on the right link. Yep, looks like I did. Sorry, I have to click through several different links on here. I could not open enough browsers to hold all this information. So, just bear with me here, especially when we're sitting down and talking with all of you live up in our severe weather. I'm sorry, not severe. Our weekly weather update desk. All the browsers are brought up most of the time, and they're easy to talk about, but these take a little bit longer. So on Wednesday AM, when the center will be somewhere near us, it could be over us. Models are hinting at that. 25-mile-an-hour winds sustained with gusts up to 45. Heavy rain and flooding is a big threat. Big threat. And they put they have this primary threat level. The National Weather Service and the Weather Channel both do. Oh, it's quite slow out here. And so they have put us in that medium range, and no one is above medium. So we are in the highest possibility, potential for locally high impact, especially due to flash flooding, flash flood threat. And so we gotta really pay attention to those creeks, especially if you live right next to them. They can become extremely dangerous, and as I know some of you have feared, if we go back to remember in 2008 and 2009, I think the biggest floods, the 500-year floods, took place in 2009, just demolishing homes as they went along. They have locally 15 plus inches of rain on this map, and do I really think we'll see 15 inches of rain? Not really. But it is important to remember that the possibility of that still exists. And right before I let all of you go, I want to talk about just what Lee is currently doing. So Lee is still a tropical storm, and Lee currently possesses currently possesses 45-mile-an-hour winds and is moving north-northeast. So it is moving north. So if you go north, so you go north-northeast, because you don't, if it's hard to explain right now, but when you want to think about directionality, if they say north twice, then when they say another direction, you only go a fourth in that direction. So that's where it's headed. It's headed towards us right now. So the models may be turned back to hitting us directly again, but we'll see exactly what they're going to say later. The current pressure, which is a big factor in whether it's able to stay together or not. 987 millibars. I can't do the math. Changing that over to our usual, I think it's probably right around 20, 28 point something is probably where it's at right now. And it's right over the New Orleans area is where the center is, and that was at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, so that would have been 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so that's still an hour and 43 minutes out of date. So for the weather center here, HM Weather, we do thank you, and we will be back with you probably within the next hour and a half to bring you new live updates. And probably when the first raindrops begin of Lee, we will be with you for those. And throughout tomorrow, luckily tomorrow's Labor Day, don't have anywhere to be, we'll bring you live updates constantly through the day of where you need to be to stay safe. So thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this, and please come watch us again the next time the HM Weather Service is on. Have a safe and good afternoon.